Hello, hello, hello. Antphrodite here, your pop culture psychic, back to you again with another reading. This time it is on Euphoria and the cast drama. So I don't watch this show. Stop asking me to watch it. Challenge, please. Everyone keeps telling me I like the guy Nate or whatever because I like tall guys and guys who treat me like crap. And so they all say I would like him, but guess what? Not watching the show just because you keep telling me to watch the show. Now I'm gonna not watch it on purpose because I am rebellious and a brat. Oh well, deal with it. And a oop. Anyways. So, regardless of the hot, tall man... Ooh, this card flew out. Strength. Okay. Well, that's important. Regardless of the hot, tall man, apparently there's alleged drama about Barbie, I think, and a character on the show, which I thought it was a toy, but whatever. Barbie on the show got into drama with the director, and something about her part was made smaller, and she walked out, and there's drama, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and look at it and see what's going on between her and the director and just figure it out. Remember, these readings are all alleged for entertainment only. Let's get started. Now, also, I will say, so the strength card jumped out, but before I even get started about this spread, I will say the only other thing I know about Euphoria is one of you sent me a video of a blonde boy sitting on the toilet with a big ass schlong, and it just said, I know you like blonde boys, so I figured you like this. And yes, the fuck I did, and yes, the fuck I do. So shout out to Mr. Ansel Pierce and your schlong, because you are hot, sexy, and very talented. Anyways, strength card is about stubbornness. So I think that that's the main focus here. Is I do think that both of them are very stubborn and stuck in their ways, and they are not budging. So that's how we're starting off this reading. All right, now let's leave this over here and let's go. So she's on the left, he'll be on the right. Let's see. Okay. So the Five of Cups is reversed for her. So this is about predicting disappointments before they happened. So I will say I do think that she's more so worried about what else could happen or what is about to happen rather than what is happening. So to me, I do think she jumped the gun a little bit in whatever assumption she was making. And it does look like she's slightly a little bit more emotionally unpredictable. He showed up as the Tower, which is a dramatic, catastrophic event. To me, I see that as him wanting to tear everything down and rebuild it. And the Hierophant is reversed, which is a lack of follow through and commitment. So first of all, let me go over a few things here. For starters, he feels like she's not following through with what she said she was supposed to do. So to me, he feels like she's acting like a spoiled brat. Now for her, she's worried about what could happen if she agrees to do the things that she already agreed to do. So to me, she's feeling like she was bamboozled into some sort of direction. And he's feeling like this is how it was always supposed to be, and you're not following through with what you signed up for. I do agree with the rumors here, allegedly for entertainers only. He is absolutely willing to get rid of her, destroy her part, and destroy her character. I also think that her character, again, I don't watch the show, so I don't know what the hell is going on, but what I can tell you is her character is set up to fail. I think her character is now I don't know if characters die in the show, but I can tell you that this would be an indication of him being like, your character was supposed to die anyways. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if she was supposed to die in the first season or some shit like that, and then he just let it keep going, because he has a very dark demise for her character. That's what the Tower means. Like, she is not supposed to have a happy ending, and she will not have a happy ending, period. And I think that's probably what she's feeling here. But the Hierophant is reversed, which tells me that he was working with her, like on her character direction, but he vetoed whatever the hell she said. I'm going to be honest with you. It's because she had a warped idea of where her character is supposed to go. And he's like, no, it's not supposed to. See, her expectations were very high. And she's like, well, I trust you. But the Five of Wands is reversed, which is about avoidance. So to me, she's trying to avoid certain scenarios with her character, but I'm not gonna lie, I actually think it's important to have those as a part of the story arc. Again, I'm not trying to pick any sides or anything like that, and I do not watch the show, so I have no idea what the hell's going on or what her character does. But what I can say is what I'm seeing. Okay, so what I'm seeing in my head, I don't know if any of you watched Charmed, but I was a huge Charmed stan, and towards the end of the seasons, okay, the sisters, the actual actresses, became executive producers, and when they became executive producers, there were allegations that they were stopping their characters from looking bad because they wanted them to look good all the time. That is literally what I see happening here. Is I think that she's trying to make the character look good when her character was not intended to look good and was not intended to have happiness. The death card is reversed, so again, could be literal here in terms of her character supposed to die. But the Four of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles here tells me that his entire purpose of putting effort into this character was to build her up to break her down. I'm pretty sure her specific character was supposed to tug at the heartstrings of people. I think it was supposed to be a realistic vision of a dark side of something. That's the best I can give you. Again, I don't watch the show. I don't know what the hell her character does. So all I can tell you is when we're looking at Tower, Death, these are very short. I knew it. So again, so we look at Devil card here as negativity. So we look at that as like mental illness or drugs or alcohol or abuse. People unaliving themselves, things like that. Like these are intense issues. And the Five of Swords and the Seven of Swords is about victory after a long, hard battle. But the Five of Swords is about forgetting one piece. And then the Ten of Pentacles is long-term success. So for me, her character arc is supposed to go like this and then plummet all the way down. So she was supposed to go up, down, up, and then plummet. In fact, I would see this as like, let's say she had a drug issue. So, like, let's say that her character's a drug addict, right? I don't know. I don't watch the show. Let's say her character's a drug addict. It would be like, we're building her up, building her up, building her up. She's going to get over her addiction. She's going to relapse. Then she gets over her addiction again. She's really happy. She's in a stable relationship. She starts dating a guy and he murders her. Like, that's the type of switch that it was supposed to be. Like, she overcomes one thing but then loses to another unfortunate circumstance. That's the type of vibe her character is supposed to have. Again, I can't give you any other description. That's just what I'm seeing in my head and what I'm hearing. So she's not supposed to have a happy ending, period. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not trying to be rude to this actress, but that's what it is. The Moon is reversed, which is revealing a secret. The Five of Pentacles is upright. Yeah. And the Hierophant is reversed. So she found out a couple of things that was supposed to happen. She saw some of the stuff that he was thinking of doing with her character, and she tried to pull rank over him. The Hangman is reversed, which is like an unwillingness to let go. So I'm actually more inclined to be on his side in this instance, just because it is his vision, and her character was set in stone before. The only problem is I don't think he told her that this was his vision for her character. However, I guess that's more of an argument of whether or not you think an actor or an actress deserves to know the fate of their character seasons in advance or not. I guess that's more so up to you guys what you think. I don't think that his intentions are malicious here. I don't think he's trying to cause problems. I don't see him trying to hurt her feelings. I also do not think that he's trying to benefit off of trauma or profit off of trauma. I actually think he's legitimately trying to show like real shitty scenarios to make people feel like. I am not seeing bad intentions on his part. I think that sometimes they might come across a little weird with the Wheel of Fortune, because that's like bad luck and bad opportunity. So I do think that he might come across a little weird, but I think most of it is intentional. It's supposed to kind of like hit you over the head. He's kind of going for a realistic vision meets camp. The Six of Pentacles reversed and the Queen of Swords. So unfortunately, when I tell you that he's kind of stubborn and so is she, I mean that, which means that I do see her potentially being, I don't know if I would say blackballed from the industry, but yeah, I definitely think it's going to be hard for her. The Six of Pentacles is like a severing of a contract. Wheel of Fortune, bad luck for her. The Queen of Swords means she's too mouthy. I do think she has an attitude, and I actually do think that she probably isn't articulating herself correctly. I'm not blaming her for that. All I'm saying is what I see, and Queen of Swords can sometimes articulate themselves in what's the word? And in the tone, there it is. That's the word I'm looking for. Her tone can be off. Like when you show up as a Queen of Swords, listen, I show up as Queen of Swords all the time, so I have tone issues, so I can relate. But sometimes when you're a boss bitch, sometimes you come across as a bitch, or you come across as someone that is not utilizing the correct tone. And unfortunately for her, regardless of whether or not her actions are justified, it's very easy to show someone in a bad light who is acting that way. So I do think she's going to have some issues. There are definitely talks to sever her contract. This would be severing a contract, getting rid of her. The problem is that her character actually was really important for some sort of message. So I don't know if they're going to be able to do that or not, or replace her maybe. All I know is that there's an issue because her character has a very important message to send. I actually think that she was supposed to be a very big either climax of a season or a cliffhanger of a season. Like her character had a very pivotal moment. Like it was like supposed to be like a social media, everyone's talking about it moment. There's potential for her to be replaced, I guess, with this, but I'm not really sure if that's going to happen. Although that could also mean that they get rid of her character and they find someone else to send the message that they initially wanted to send with her. They could send the same message and have the same outcome of her character for a different character. It might swap characters because it's about walking away from one and going to another. So they could swap it to another character. Again, please don't shoot the messenger. I'm not trying to be rude. I don't know these people. I can just tell you what I see. I think that she's a little too invested in her character. I'm not going to lie. I think she's a little too invested in her character. And that's not a real person. I think that she just needs to let it go, to be honest with you. I do. I'm not saying this guy is a saint. I'm just saying it's a character. It's not real life. And I do think she's taking it too personal. Now, the King of Cups is upright. The King of Swords is upright. And the Seven of Pentacles. So once again, after this argument, I do think that he decided to be nasty as well. The King of Swords tells me that he pulled rank on her. Definitely pulled rank on her, and I definitely think the Queen and King of Swords, they went at each other for sure. I see name calling potential. I see both of them being rude, both having bad tones with each other, being nasty to each other for sure. Granted, I don't think he started out that way. The King of Cups is upright, which is about emotions. And so I don't think he started out that way. I think he's an emotional guy, and I think he got triggered. I do think she was the one that pushed a little bit harder first. Not saying she deserved a lashing out. All I'm saying is I can only read what's in front of me, and I do think that she started it. At the end of the day, I don't know if I would have started this fight because it's my boss, but that's me. Again, I'm not excusing his behavior because I don't think he handled it correctly afterwards, but I can only tell you what I see. So again, you're in an environment. The entire environment is affected by this. The Four of Wands is reversed, which means everyone is affected by this. The Empress is upright and the Nine of Cups, which means that the Empress is like nurturing, self-care, and Nine of Cups is about trying to get what you want. I think a lot of people have tried to please her on the cast and also on the team, and she's very difficult to please. So I don't think this is the only incident with her. I think that she's been a little bit difficult to please. And there's just a lot of small things that are adding up. Because to me, it seems like this isn't the greatest environment for her to work in. I don't think she does really well in environments like this. And I do think she's gotten into an issue with another cast member. It shows up as Two of Wands is friction, Two of Cups with another person, Three of Wands. I do think she got into friction with another cast member. Potential earth sign, Queen of Pentacles. There's a little bit of competition between her and this girl. The Six of Cups is upright. The Page of Wands, the Ace of Cups. There's a little bit... I just spit. Sorry. Oh my God. There's a little bit of competition between her. I feel like maybe they have a past together, or there's some sort of past issue, or maybe there was an issue with a boy, or maybe there's an issue with her storyline. Maybe their storylines are too similar, or she felt like some of the things she wanted for her character went to her. But I definitely see her having an issue with a girl here on the cast. It's a cast member for sure. Yeah, they're really popular. The Stars reversed, the Page of Cups, and Six of Swords. She feels like this person has a false image and no one knows who this person really is, by the way. That's like her takeaway. If you guys really knew who this person was, you wouldn't like them. That's the vibe. Yep, jealousy, gossip. Also, I think she's... So this girl needs to watch who she's saying shit to, because I think she's talking about the cast and saying shit and leaking shit and that's getting to blogs and stuff. I think she's a source of a lot of leaks. I don't think she realizes she's a source of leaks because she has a loose mouth, but I definitely think she is a source to a lot of leaks, or maybe will be. So I'm not saying she's the only problem. I'm not saying she's the only one to blame. All I'm saying is this is what I see, and I actually do think that the story arc for a character would have made sense, and I do think it would have hit an emotional wound, but I think it would have been a topic of conversation that people probably needed to talk about. So that's what I see for this. I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you follow me, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Antphrodite. Subscribe. Hit the subscribe button down below. And tip, there's a link to my PayPal down below. Bye.